Good afternoon all. In previous lecture we had completed chapter number 20. Let us discuss with the next chapter. Chapter number 10. Cell cycle and cell division. Here majority in all the organisms, growth as well as development and reproduction occur. So in this chapter basically two types of cell division are there, mitosis and meiosis. So each and every organism has property to grow and development as well as reproduction. So organism is haploid or diploid. In third chapter we have discussed with it that organism is haploid or diploid, but gametes are always haploid. If organism is haploid, then produce the haploid gamete by mitosis. Okay, and if organism is diploid, then it produce the gametes by meiosis. So what is cell cycle and what is cell division? See, cell cycle means cyclic changes inside the cell. Cyclic events occur inside the cell between two successive cell division. Okay, let me explain. Before mitosis or meiosis occur, you assume that right now mitosis or meiosis occur. So after completion of the total mitosis or meiosis, then cell cycle process starts. And cell division means the cell is divided. But cell division is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. So please you remember that mitosis means equational division and meiosis means reductional division. Cell has to enter in mitosis or meiosis, but before that it has to pass through the one common process known as interphase stage. So wait, we will discuss it later on. Okay, keep the textbook in front of you. See in that. Are you aware that all organisms, even the largest starts their life from the single cell. Yes, each and every organism starts their life from the single cell that is known as zygote. And if you know that this zygote has affinity of totipotency, if you know this word, the totipotency means the ability of the cell to produce whole organism. Okay? So here all of you assume that here the zygote is developed. Zygote is developed by fusion of the male as well as female gamete, ovum and sperm. But think about that. From zygote, whole baby is formed. So the human baby is mammalian one. So mammal consists organ system level of organization. So here you think about that zygote is formed. Zygote is unicellular. Zygote is unicellular but diploid. Okay? Please remember this. Understand this word. Zygote means fertilized egg is unicellular and diploid, that is 2N. You may wonder how the single cell then goes to form such large organism. Think about zygote is unicellular. So from that one cell continuously cell division occurs and tissue, organ system and whole human baby forms. Growth and reproduction. Growth and reproduction are characteristics of cells, indeed of all living organisms. All cells reproduce by dividing into two with each parental cell, giving rise to two daughter cells each time they divide. When you think about that division word, one cell divides into two daughter cells are formed. These newly formed daughter cells can themselves grow and divide and give rise to a new cell population that is formed by growth and division of the single parental cell and its progeny. So new two daughter cells are formed. They also divided and produce the new progeny, and then process is go on. In other words, such cells of the growth and division allow a single cell to form the structure consisting million of cells. The last target is that continuously division occur, and at last what happened, the large organism is formed which consists million of cells. So this is about the introduction of it. Now let us see cell cycle. Cell division is very important process in all living organisms. During the division of the cell, DNA replication. Replication of DNA means DNA become double. The DNA material become double, that is known as replication of the DNA. In 12th standard, 5th chapter, we will learn this. And cell growth also takes place. All these processes, that is cell division, DNA replication and cell growth, hence have to take place in coordinated way to ensure correct division and formation of the progeny containing intact genomes. So here DNA replication, cell division, cell growth, all are coming together, and simultaneously in the synchronized manner we say that it is the process for formation of the new progeny which is related to the pre-existing cell. The sequence of the events by which cell duplicates its genome, synthesis the other constituent of the cell, and eventually divided into two daughter cells known as cell cycle. Here not only replication of DNA occur. See, in short form I can say like this: the wall material of the cell become double. DNA become double, cytoplasm become double, organelles become double. So all the things become double, and then it is half divided into the particular cell. I am talking about the mitosis division. Okay, so one by one I will draw the diagram, and then I will explain you each and every events. Actually it's a continuous process. So for easy understanding purpose, we are divided in the few stages. Fine. Although cell growth in terms of the cytoplasmic increases, it's continuous process. DNA synthesis occurs only during one specific stage of the cell cycle, and that is known as interphase stage. So previously I told to you that the material become double. Yes, that occurs in the one phase, that is interphase. the replicated chromosome, that is DNA, are often distributed to the daughter nuclei by complex series of events during the cell division. And these events are themselves under the genetic control. So where division occur, where the division is stopped, fine, up to which time the division is continued, all these things are in the controlled manner by the DNA itself. Okay, few extra points. One human cell, mature human cell, divides completely. Mitotically or meiotically it is divided after 24 hours. So in our body, after 24 hours, one successful cell division occurs. Whereas in yeast, one successful cell division is completed at 90 minutes. So every 90 minutes in yeast, you know that yeast is unicellular fungi. So in yeast, the successful cell division occur at every 90 minutes. So now let us discuss with the phases of the cell cycle. Typical eukaryotic cell cycle is illustrated by human cell in culture. The cells divide once in approximately every 24 hours. Please remember that. However, this duration of the cell cycle can vary from organism to organism and also from cell type to cell type. Yeast, for example, can progress through the cell cycle in only about 90 minutes. The cell cycle, which is divided basically into two phases. Here it is interphase. Here three phases are there in interphase. G1 phase, gap 1 phase, S phase, synthetic phase, and G2 phase, that is gap 2 phase. Fine. Whereas M phase, second is M phase. So M phase, it is divided into two parts. Yes, here actually M word is given according to the word mitosis or meiosis. Fine. So M phase is mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis, in that yes, mitosis. Mitosis, here two phases are there. First karyokinesis and then cytokinesis. You know this word. Karyokinesis means first nuclear division. Nucleus is divided first. So karyokinesis, for that four phases are there: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So you have to remember this in the sequential manner. But meiosis, meiosis has two phases. First, meiosis 1. Yes, dear all students, actually here phases are same. Yes, I will give you the basic concepts of each and every prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Fine. So these phases are same in all, mitosis or meiosis, but little bit difference is there. So here two phases are there, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So first, meiosis 1. So first of all, karyokinesis. Yes, meiosis division in the two phases, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1, in that first karyokinesis, in that four stages. First, prophase. phase 1. Yes, at back of each and every word we have to write 1 1 1 like that. But prophase 1 in that 5 sub phases. Lactotine, zygotine, pectine, diplotine, and fifth one, dikinases. Okay, so there are 5 subphases of the prophase 1: lactotine, zygotine, pectine, diplotine, and dikinases. All these phases we will discuss it in detail later on. So A continued here, B. So this is about the prophase 1. Now metaphase 1. Anaphase 1 and telophase 1. It is followed by interkinases and then meiosis 2 starts. Yes, in meiosis 2 divisions are there, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So now let us discuss in short meiosis 2. So karyokinesis 4 stages fine. Then interkinesis is there. Dear all students, please remember this interkinesis. Yes, it's a cytokinesis between the two successive. It is the cytokinesis between the two successive meiosis and mitosis. Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. But now onwards interkinesis, after that meiosis 2 starts. So in meiosis 2 again 4 stages of karyokinesis. Yes, very easy. Actually meiosis 2 it is mitosis. Okay. Okay, here I can give the only introduction of this. One by one we will take this in detail. From here onwards, interphase onwards, we will start that. So in meiosis 2, 4 stages are there of the karyokinesis. First, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and sorry, my mistake, 2. Here I have to write 2. Telophase 2. And then followed by cytokinesis. Okay. So this is about the brief information of this whole chapter. So first of all, we will discuss the interphase, G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase, and then we will continue with the mitosis. But before continuing this in detail, mitosis, I will give you the clue. From one cell to daughter cell are formed. Yes, you have to remember mitosis means 1 into 2. So mitosis occur in haploid or diploid cell. So haploid cell, it is divided into haploid, two cells. But haploid cell undergoes interphase stage. So it becomes 2 and 1, and then half of it is divided into two daughter cells. Similarly, diploid cell, during interphase stage 4n is formed, and then it is divided into half of 2n, 2n. So these are the daughter cells. Two daughter cells are formed, and here the two daughter cells are exactly similar to their parental generation. Fine. So that's why it is known as equational division. Whereas in meiosis occur, remember that from one cell 4 cells are formed, but meiosis occurs only in diploid cells. So diploid cell is there, it undergoes interphase. So 4n is formed. So during meiosis 1, 2 cells are formed, that is 2 and 2n, and then during meiosis 2, 4 cells are formed, and all are haploid one. So why it is known as reductional division? Because the newly formed 4 daughter cells obtain the half number of the chromosomes than the parental one. Parent is diploid, but newly formed 4 daughter cells are haploid. Fine. So this is the basic information of the mitosis and meiosis. Let us see interphase and M phase or mitosis phase. The M phase represents the phase when the actual cell division or mitosis occur, and the interphase represents the phase between two successive M phase. So actually here what happened, M phase means you assume that mitosis, right? G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, yes. I am talking about the interphase. G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, M phase, then again G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, then M phase. So M phase is present in between the two successive interphase stage. So in short, you remember that G1 S, G2 M, G1 S, G2 M, like that. So mitosis is the phase between two successive interphase stage. It is significant to note that in the 24-hour average duration of the cell cycle of the human cell, cell division proper lasts for only about an hour. Yes, majority 95%. If we are talking about that in human being, the one cell cycle, cell division completed within 24 hours. 95% time. Yes, 95% time is consumed in interphase stage. 95% time it is consumed in the interphase stage. So actually, if we are talking about the 24 hours, so 23 hours estimated, I am just talking about estimated time, 23 hours interphase stage, and just only within a 1 hour cell division occur. So please remember, interphase lasts more than 95% of the duration of the cell cycle. So the longest phase of the cell division is interphase stage. The M phase starts with the nuclear division, corresponding to the separation of the daughter chromosomes, that is known as karyokinesis, and usually ends with the division of the cytoplasm, that is known as cytokinesis. So please remember that in each and every cell division, first karyokinesis occurs. And yes, if you see that properly, in the karyokinesis majority 4 phases are there: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And then last followed by karyokinesis. So after karyokinesis, the two particular daughter cells are formed, fine, and that is known as successful cell division. The interphase, though called resting phase, is the time during which the cell is preparing for division by undergoing both cell growth and DNA replication in an orderly manner. Actually, interphase is known as resting stage. Why? Because in next M phase, the required material, the DNA material become double. That all happen here in the interphase stage. So interphase is divided into 3 phases: G1 phase, M phase. So G1 phase is known as gate 1, S phase is known as synthetic phase, and G2 phase is known as gate 2 phase. So here I can stop now.